Quentin Johnston seems to be one of the most well-regarded wide receivers in this year's class.
He's a pterodactyl. I've said it before, I'll say it again. He's 6'4", over 220 pounds. His arm length is down to his ankles. And the best part about Quentin Johnston is his after-the-catch ability. You know, most guys who are that height, that weight, they're just like late catch, back off a defender and go up and get it contested, right? When he catches the ball with a little bit of space, he's always making the first guy miss, and a lot of times making the second guy miss with twitch. That's a rarity. I can't give him a really good NFL comparison, and that's hard to do because there are so many guys, but he is different. He is different than any other receiver I've ever evaluated. I'm not saying maybe he doesn't go in the top 5, maybe it's not even the top 10, but a team is going to get a special player, and he's going to show up and he's going to provide something different than any other receiver on that team.
Mel, you in on Quentin Johnston as well as a top receiver, or a top receiver, I should say?
Yeah, I'm with Jackson Smith and Jigba still.
Okay.
My attitude is if I loved him in August, I'm not going to get off of him during a year where he had a hamstring that lingered throughout the entire season. Jackson Smith and Jigba in 2021 was outstanding. Tyler talks about the tape. You know, you go back to 2021. It doesn't lie. Okay, I always say the eye in the sky never lies, and the bottom line is in 2021 he lit it up. What he did against Utah was pretty amazing in that Rose Bowl game. I'm with you on Quentin Johnston. If he gets to my Baltimore Ravens, and Lamar Jackson would love to be able to throw it up to Quentin Johnston. He needs that big receiver. We'd love to see him there. And of course, Jordan Addison with his ability down the field to make plays vertically. Always angling to get that guy to my Ravens. But in terms of Addison from USC, what he did at Pitt with Kenny Pickett speaks volumes. He goes out with Caleb Williams, and he does the exact same thing. And then our guy, Todd, I think we both agree, Zay Flowers is going to be a heck of a pick. I'd put him at the end of the first. Love the kid. Love everything about this guy. I'm amazed that somebody maybe mid-first wouldn't even jump at him. But if he gets into the late first, early second round, I think Zay Flowers, 3 to 4 years from now, we look back and say, why wasn't he the first receiver off the board? This kid is outstanding. Said his character. Todd talks about character of Will Anderson Jr., Will Levis and Bryce Young and the quarterbacks and all that. This guy really gets it. And I think he's NFL ready. What he did up there at BC speaks volumes about character, because he could have left. Jordan Addison left Pitt to go to USC. Others are leaving every day all over the transfer portal, right? He didn't leave Boston College. And that team, Todd, that he thought was going to be able to get him the ball, the quarterback, Dracovic, gets hurt. Now he's transferred. The O-line had injuries from August all through the season. And yet he was out there competing, getting it done. Electric with the ball in his hands after the catch. He can run reverses, jet sweeps. You can do so many things with Zay Flowers. If he's imagine him at Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly. That's where he belongs. One of those offenses. He's a slot receiver who can do a lot of different things. And I've told you this before. Jeff Halfley, when I talked to him in August, right before camp, right during camp before the season started, he couldn't rave enough about this guy. He's like, everyone knows that Zay's getting the ball. We don't have anyone else. We got 3 offensive linemen that are down. I don't know what we're gonna do offensively because we just don't have the X's. We got the X's and O's, not the Jimmys and Joes. But Zay would always be there in the building, working as hard or harder than anyone there. And everyone knew when the ball was coming to him, and he still found a way. That's what I love. Like, you got to have a little dog in you as a wide receiver, and he's got that energy and that dog that you look for. He's going to be a great slot receiver in the NFL.
He is as explosive as all get. I want to circle back to a couple of these wide receivers just a little bit more, Todd. I'll start with Jackson Smith and Jigba because Mel talked about it. He lit the world on fire in the Rose Bowl a year ago against Utah, had like whatever it was, 300 and some yards, most ever by any player in a bowl game. Very limited this year because of that hamstring injury. What are the reasons that people aren't more bullish right now on Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Coming into the season prior to the injury, talking to scouts, it was like, all right, his production was outstanding and what he did was amazing. But maybe it's more system than talent because where's the explosive trait? Where's the speed? Where's the vertical ability? There's drops on tape. So there's all those things, but then you go back and you say, he found a way. So I struggle with Jackson Smith and Jigba. I really do, because I see the talent there. I see the ability to create. but I do think he's going to be a number 3 receiver. And every NFL scout I've talked to said, you take a number 3 early, mid-second round, that's not a first-round pick. Mel's got him at number 5 overall. It's fine. We can disagree on that. It's okay, but I think there's something missing there, and maybe I'll be proven wrong.
All right, Mel, let's go to the last one then. Just dive a little bit deeper on Jordan Addison. You mentioned it. He was a great player at Pitt, and then he transferred to USC for his final college season, hooks up with Caleb Williams. And those two, it's a program that obviously is going to continue to be very, very good. But they were kind of the two established stars on that offense specifically. What level of prospect would Jordan Addison qualify as in your book?
I think if he gets to the Giants, a guy that can get downfield and make plays and give Daniel Jones a guy. He's got a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick he's throwing to in New York right now. Yeah. He's got a number 2 pick, Mondale Robinson, coming back. But you look at Jordan Addison, like I said, what he did with Kenny Pickett, what he did this year with Caleb Williams. You talk about a guy that can get down the field and make plays. You watch him here with the ball in his hands after the catch, how dynamic he can be as well. Run after the catch ability for a guy who, at 2 different programs, lit it up. Here you see him just blow past the cornerback and make the catch, and then he's gone again. So for Jordan Addison, for the Giants in particular, for the Ravens, you see him here again. This is a guy consistently, Todd, on two different programs with 2 different quarterbacks, both of which are outstanding. Kenny Pickett and Caleb Williams. He's playing with 2 big-time quarterbacks, and offenses obviously they're going to decide to get him the ball. Think about it. Mark Whipple coordinated that offense for Kenny Pickett to get the ball to Jordan Addison. Now you got Lincoln Riley with Caleb Williams getting the ball to Jordan Addison. But the production was undeniable, and certainly if he's there, and I think he could be possibly there for either the Baltimore Ravens or the New York Giants.
And I think if he's late in the first round, he's a steal because he is so smooth after the catch. And I know he's not Marvin Harrison, but he's got a lot of those traits where it's just undersized, smooth, after the catch, and then tracking the deep ball. Like that, I see a lot of that in him.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.